So yeah, this bag in particular, it's just giving me vintage Hermes vibes. A lot of bags from Saint Laurent also kind of look like Chanel bags. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about bags that I feel like were loosely inspired by Hermes bags by Saint Laurent. Now Saint Laurent, in terms of handbags, I'm not sure if there's a super iconic bag that's ever come out from Saint Laurent. Correct me if I'm wrong guys, but I just feel like all Saint Laurent bags have their moment and then they kind of fizzle out over time. There's not one Saint Laurent bag that really stands the test of time. But let me know guys, do you think that there is? Because I have a sac de jour. I have a sac de jour which is inspired from a Birkin. Now it's just a fact guys, like Saint Laurent are inspired by Hermes and Chanel as well. They look at a lot of their vintage styles to create new styles to adapt to the modern day, and I suppose they were inspired by the Birkin with this bag because as you can see it has the similar sangly cinchy bits on it, but just a little bit more simplified because it's a snap button as opposed to something that is, you know, got all this hardware at the front and, you know, the sides are similar. This one is actually a bit annoying to open and close, so a lot of people wear the Birkin open like this and just have it loose, but the sac de jour, it has no top and it is literally an open tote. It has similar attributes to a Birkin, like the Birkin comes with a padlock and key. It definitely had its it bag moment. I'm gonna say like 5 years ago, even before then. There's a lot of bags that look like are inspired from other designers, but particularly the Manhattan large shopper bag in canvas and shiny leather. Now when I look at this, just because of the shapes, especially like the scoopy leather parts at the bottom, this to me looks like a larger Birkin or even a HAC bag with the combination of the canvas and the leather. These bags from Hermes are really expensive, like especially the HAC bag. The resale value is like $40,000 for the HAC. Saint Laurent have created a more affordable style for 6,180 Australian dollars, which is still expensive, but you know, nowhere near the Hermes bag pricing, which makes Saint Laurent sometimes more appealing, I guess, because they're targeting a different clientele, somebody who likes the style of Hermes and the aesthetic but wants something a little bit more simplified and not as expensive. It have had a lot of price increases, but you know, I would say this Manhattan large shopper is definitely also giving me Birkin vibes or HAC vibes. The next bag that looks to me a little bit like an Hermes bag is the Le Caban satchel in grained leather. This bag is just a simple little crossbody. It definitely is giving vintage vibes, and it kind of reminds me of a bag from Hermes called the Bol de Golf bag. I'm not sure if this bag came out in around the 70s, but I've often seen it on the pre-love market in like tan, black, box cuff, like canvas variations, and it's similar to the colors that Saint Laurent are offering on their website. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were a little bit inspired from this Hermes bag as well, or vintage bags in general. The bag that kind of looks very vintage-y to me is the La Melian satchel. Now this comes in quilted lambskin or just plain smooth leather, and this to me looks a little bit like an Hermes vintage bag as well. I don't know, I feel like I've seen a vintage Hermes bag with similar circles on the front. Maybe I'm wrong, but I couldn't find it. Kind of reminds me of like an Hermes Fawn's Bell bag, which has a similar circular little clasp on the front. It's very simple design. I think a lot of bags during maybe the 50s, 60s and 70s were these like very thin streamlined purses. I mean, I have one at the bag spa at the moment, which also has like a very streamlined minimalistic clasp on it. So yeah, this bag in particular, it's just giving me vintage Hermes vibes, but let me know, do you think this bag is referencing a different design? Because yeah, it just seems like it's been done before. The Manhattan line in general from Saint Laurent kind of reminds me of Hermes, and I think particular the Manhattan clutch in box looks a little bit like a Kelly cut bag. Now this is a clutch that has a very elongated shape to it. The Kelly cut is rather expensive again and hard to get at Hermes, but you're able to get the Manhattan clutch at Saint Laurent for 2,600 Australian dollars. Similarly to the Kelly clutch, it has these sangles at the front, but with the Kelly, you know, it kind of locks like this, and you've got this turn lock, and you have to undo it like this. Well, this is a Kelly here, but you can see that it's quite complicated to open and close kind of thing. You know, you got to get this here, and it's, you know, it looks pretty, but it's, you know, it's a bit messy to open and close, whereas the Manhattan clutch, it's actually just secured with magnets. So those little things are just stuck with magnets, and you just open it up with the magnet, which kind of cheapens it a little bit. But I noticed Saint Laurent use a lot of those like magnets with their closures. And the thing that makes it look very Kelly-esque as well is the little like it's more like a Birkin vibe actually. Those little like sangly things at the side give them that kind of like Hermes aesthetic. But yes, it's much more affordable than an Hermes bag, that's for sure. Wanted to talk about some of their top handle bags. They have a new one called the Le Fermoir bag, which is very simplified actually. I don't know if this really looks like a Kelly, to be honest, but it's a very minimal you know, silent luxury design from Saint Laurent, and I've noticed a lot of brands doing these very like minimal silhouettes at the moment, like with no big logos. And I when I think of Saint Laurent, they either do like the very minimal logo, like something like this with that stamp, or they do that big Cassandra logo. And I've noticed that lately they're starting to do a little bit more of those low-key bags, which don't always sell as much as their like, you know, their college or their Lulu, but interesting to see the direction they're going. This bag is kind of giving me Kelly vibes, especially because the side has a similar like sangly thing as well, but this one has a detachable adjustable strap. It's got a back pocket, and the closure again is a little bit more simplified, and it has a clochette as well, like a Kelly. So yeah, a lot of bags from Saint Laurent also kind of look like Chanel bags, but yeah. Let me know, guys, are there any bags that from Saint Laurent that you think is referencing a vintage style? Yeah, anyways, just wanted to talk about that today. Hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!